video, and it looked like WNBA fans is pissed off over Asia Wilson and her special whistle.
Fans went nuts after Wilson hit a walk-off, but not for the reason you may expect. She is being accused of receiving a special whistle by many who believe the referees gave her the victory. No fouls, 12 free throws. Caitlin Clark, however, hardly receives a call and is decked every game. In Vegas, something doesn't smell right. Is Aya really that good, or is she really that safe? Yes, the shot was crucial, so let's start by discussing it. Wilson hit the game-winning hit after pulling up. The crowd went crazy. It has been rolled 100 times in highlight shows. However, beneath all of that excitement, they observed something different. The way the referees followed her every step with that invisible sign that reads, "Don't touch," above her head. It's being referred to as the AA whistle by everyone online. Since this isn't about a single call or game, they may actually have a point. Since the previous season, the Fever supporters have been yelling about it. It's a habit. Let's go back. Phoenix is where this most recent catastrophe began. It was another tight one with Wilson's aces. Since everyone only remembers her receiving 12 free throws while the opposition star, Satu Sabali, was hacked like a tree and barely saw the line, the total score is no longer even important. Even worse, Sabali suffered injuries. She wasn't even in the locker room afterwards, according to the coach.
Playing with those 5 fouls. Sabali can't.
And you know what? The referees did nothing at all. Now, give credit where credit is due. A Wilson has a gift. That is undeniable. People begin to take note, though, when she consistently closes close games with her standing on the free throw line while the top players from the opposing side are sitting with 5 fouls.
38 by Angel McCoughtry. As that's not.
Even casual fans who recently joined the WNBA due to Caitlin Clark are asking themselves, wait, why does AA always get the soft whistle, as they survey the scene? The problem is that AA Wilson receives protection in addition to calls. She is rarely in foul trouble. Her calls are rarely overturned. While everyone else is whistled for breathing close to her, she manages to play full-throttle defense. That no longer qualifies as skill. That is a privilege.
Give the ball to Asia and get out of the way. That's all the play was.
Yeah, I feel like in that moment, if a coach has to tell me what to do, I'm not doing my job. And she just drew up a play. It wasn't really even a play.
Very basic.
Yeah, it was pretty much what you saw. And I'm appreciative that Becky trusts me in those moments. But that's playoff basketball moments. Those are the moments that you live for. So I'm glad I was able to show up. I get on my guards for not coming to work, so I'm glad I was able to come to work.
There are receipts for fans on X, formerly Twitter. There are clips everywhere. Phantom fouls on opponents, illegal screens, no calls, and the icing on the cake. A scarcely perceptible continuation of contact. Let's go over some examples. AA first creates a clear moving screen. It's visible to everyone watching. That's a foul, according to the announcers themselves. Refs raise the alarm, but not against her. The defender is called upon. It has gotten that crazy. One more. For a rebound, the defender boxes out. Wilson bumps into her. It's referred to as a jump ball. On the opposite end, the same play. Someone is breathed on by Aaliyah Boston or Caitlin Clark. Automatic foul. This cannot be made up.
Something we have to talk about is the amount of free throws Asia Wilson is getting off. Not only just the amount of free throws she's getting off, the free throws and the calls that is pretty much garnering her the type of performances like this. She never gets in foul trouble. She gets all her calls. At this point, bro, this is unprecedented. I feel as if Caitlin Clark needs this damn whistle. Everybody should be pitching a bitch about Asia Wilson whistle because the WNBA was so far in the sunken damn place, no one paid attention to the sport. No one ever watched the first 2 damn championships.
Fans are now drawing comparisons between it and Deflategate. Yes, the football scandal involving Tom Brady. That's how absurd this appears. And don't assume it's simply salty Fever enthusiasts chatting. Some ACS supporters as well as neutral fans have begun to remark, alright, this is getting weird. However, this is what actually set off the explosion. The WNBA account shared a highlight reel after that game-winning play, complimenting AJ's incredible clutch play. There were thousands of comments. Of them, half say, "Great shot. Of course she made it," the other half said. "She was carried all night by the referees." You have a problem when the comment section of your highlight clips appears to be a courthouse. Since numbers don't lie, let's talk about them.
Mainstream media, and now people is paying attention. Not only is we paying attention, we're noticing a pattern, and the pattern is A'ja Wilson get this damn special whistle. Like, this should be looked into, bro.
With nearly 8.3 free throw attempts per game, Wilson leads the league. That's crazy. That is more than twice as much as Caitlin Clark's average, for comparison. Additionally, Clark is treated as though she owes money every night. Wilson has made more than 290 free throws so far this season. Nobody else is near. It's not a race. A monopoly exists. Tell me now, how is it possible for one player to consistently top the league in free throws without ever getting a technical or fouling out? The referees either treat her like royalty or she has alien-level basketball skills. Additionally, people are not upset that she is good. They are upset that the league treats her as invincible. For a moment, let's compare it to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin is currently in her second year. The calls still don't go her way, even though she is no longer the novice whom everyone was making fun of. She is shoved out of bounds, elbowed, and knocked to the ground, but the whistle remains silent as if someone had hit mute. The referees run to the line quicker than a Black Friday throng when A'ja Wilson is tapped on the wrist. The double standard is what enrages fans. And that's why people put an asterisk in their minds whenever AO wins a close game. Do you recall when the Fever and Caitlin Clark faced the Aces earlier this season? There was a single item that encapsulated everything. Clark drives, is hacked, and receives no call. Wilson receives 2 free throws after being brushed by a defender on the next play down. Since complaining doesn't even help at this stage, the Fever bench fell silent. You simply know what's going to happen. Fans refer to it as the special whistle for this reason. I'm aware of what some people will say now. She is a celebrity. Stars are always called. Yes, but referee adoration and celebrity treatment are not the same thing. Because he attacks the rim on every possession, LeBron James receives calls. Due to his ability to shoot through contact, Steph Curry receives calls. However, it is disrespectful to the superstar when A'ja Wilson can go a full half without getting a foul call. Fixing the spotlight is what that is. This is when things get wild. It's not even a novel idea. According to 2023 statistics, she also had the most free throws in the league. Repeatedly, the same pattern appears. The same outcome with different opponents and referees. Before tip-off, you could really guess the box score. 8 to 12 free throws, Wilson. 4 fouls, Boston. Caitlin Clark, 10 hits, 2 free throws. Rinse, lather, and repeat. Fans are screaming that enough is enough for precisely this reason. Because these things can no longer be hidden now that the WNBA is officially in the public view. Prior to Caitlin Clark's arrival, only die-hard admirers were aware. Every small moment now trends in a matter of minutes. Thus, if A'ja Wilson escapes punishment for a foul or if he makes 12 free throws once again, you can bet that someone will record it, upload it, and tag everyone, from ESPN to Elon Musk. That's the new reality. Another issue involving favoritism is too costly for the league. Not when the Fever brings record-breaking TV numbers and half of those new viewers already believe the referees are acting in a biased manner. In relation to agendas, let us discuss the possible reasons for this occurrence. Because, to be honest, there is a notion that is beginning to make too much sense. The WNBA's money team is the Las Vegas Aces. They are marketed as the league's dynasty, have casinos supporting them, and are loaded with celebrities. They attract crowds, they win, and they are marketable. The league, of course, wants them deep in the postseason. And how can you prevent the disintegration of your greatest team? A'ja Wilson, you defend the focal point. Each league employs the same strategy. In the past, the NBA safeguarded its finest players. The NFL uses quarterbacks to accomplish this. Additionally, Wilson may now be being used by the WNBA. The issue is too evident. You cannot increase your fan base by giving everyone the impression that the outcomes are predetermined. Instead of favoritism, fans prefer competition. Fans of the Fever are therefore more vocal than ever. Every time Caitlin Clark makes contact without a whistle and AJ is at the line for sneezing too forcefully, they notice the imbalance. Caitlin is doing her best to manage it. Doing the best she can with it. Her visage speaks louder than words, even though she doesn't criticize individuals by name or vent to reporters. It is seen during games. She will be struck, glance at the referee, and simply chuckle incredulously. That is currently the source of the frustration. Players are beginning to allude to it as well. Some veterans shared cryptic posts, such as, "Nobody needed names and some of you had lifetime ref passes." Everyone was aware. Instead of celebrating when Asia hit the walk-off, the internet looked into it. Slow-mos, clips, and explanations of all the fouls that went uncalled. The latter two are literally freeze-framed minutes as though they were examining a scene of a crime. This is where the twist lies. Aya herself is beginning to feel the heat since it's instant regret territory when your best moment is overshadowed by your cheated remarks. She attempted to add her typical Instagram caption, "blessed and thankful," but the feedback was harsh. Some fans write, "nice win," while others refer to her as Referee Wilson. The referee scored 122 points. It has become unsightly. Even impartial sports websites are inquiring as to whether the league is shielding her. At that point, you can tell that the discussion has gained traction. The funniest thing is that people will accuse you right away if you bring this up. Of despising grandeur. No, it isn't hate. It's requesting equity. Every night, Caitlin Clark's team shouldn't have to play 5 on 8. The Fever are having enough trouble rebuilding around up-and-coming talent. The supporters will quickly lose interest if they continue to fight the officials as if it were part of the strategy. No one wants to put money into a league where the results are taken delight in. That isn't a contest. It's poor theater. This is when the irony comes in. The league that talked about equality and respect all year long may be the one covertly fostering inequity on the court by rewarding one star while punishing another. That does not encourage women's athletics. Credibility is being destroyed by that. Don't misunderstand me. The entire WNBA does not view a Wilson as its antagonist. She is among the most talented forwards in the league. Her leadership, defense, and footwork are all genuine. However, that grandeur becomes less significant when supporters begin to doubt the honesty of her winning strategy. Unfortunately, she isn't even solely to blame. The league management and referees believe that success is synonymous with maintaining the league's reputation. It doesn't. If anything, it's having the reverse effect since supporters support Caitlin Clark, the player who is being undervalued, more when they support one player over another. And that's precisely what's taking place. Online, you can immediately sense things are changing. Every time the Aces win a dubious call, thousands of comments supporting Clark appear. She is turning into a symbol of justice, and AJ is turning into a sign of partiality. Narratives shift that quickly. The league darling used to be a Wilson. She's currently in the news for the wrong reasons, being accused of cheating with referees, and it's clear that she's feeling the pressure. She tries to hide the anxiety in her post-game interviews by smiling. It is audible when she says things like, "I simply play my game," or "I don't control the refs." It's true, yet fans continue to see the pattern despite this. Because people cease to believe in coincidence when the pattern helps you every night. We'll stop there for the time being because what comes next, the fan reactions, the memes, the league silence, and the way Caitlin Clark subtly changed the course of events make this story even more bizarre. Following the Phoenix game, the criticism persisted. It blew up. Every podcast, sports site, and X thread became the subject of a thorough inquiry. Supporters began contrasting each Asia Wilson. Caitlin Clark's entire season was a foul, or not. The disparity was humiliating. That evening, Aja Wilson made 12 free throws. If Caitlin Clark gets 4 in a full game after being knocked down 6 or 7 times, she's lucky. The prejudice is evident even if you are not a conspiracy theorist. The box score has it right there. Rival players even began to make insinuations about it. "Some people in this league get protected like they're made of gold," an unnamed player told a reporter. Names weren't necessary for fans. They were aware of who she was referring to. Social media cooked in the interim. Vegas scripted, Whistle Queen, and Ref Wilson all became popular. People recorded side-by-side footage of Caitlin being pushed to the ground without any call, after which AA hardly gets touched before rushing to the line. It was cruel. "I can't control what people say," AA stated in response to questions from reporters. "I simply engage in the game." That certainly didn't help. Because sometimes it's louder to say nothing than to say something incorrectly. Adam Silver's name even began to circulate once more. After Kathy Angelbert remained silent for the 20th time this month, fans demanded that an NBA representative investigate the WNBA's officiating issue. This league cannot continue to act as though its supporters are blind if it hopes to expand. The best part is that the entire situation was turned into a rallying cry by the Fever supporters. Although Caitlin Clark may not voice her grievances in public, her fan base certainly does. Now, each missed call serves as evidence that she is learning the hard way. Just basketball, no favors, no assistance. Even though AJ Wilson might have won that particular game, she ultimately suffered a much greater loss. Credibility. Because that trophy begins to seem meaningless when supporters begin to think that your victories are accompanied by a whistle. What do you think, then? Is the referees giving AJ Wilson unfair assistance? Or are supporters simply irate following yet another Aces victory? The stats don't lie, in any case. The whistle does sound biased. Leave your comments below. This WNBA drama isn't going to stop anytime soon, so please hit the like button and remember to subscribe.